Okay. All right, let's get started with this. So, we have postcards for week 31. Let's see. What are we going to do for that? I have no idea. But let's go ahead and cut a card. All right. Good morning, Candy. Carla. I's good. I'm good. Good. All right, let's see. Damn, honey, you're dying.
Just die already, will you?
No dying.
Oh, out of my leg.
Not allowed.
All right. Ugh. Okay, so what? Yes, I love you. You need treats. I get it. Doggies, go away. Okay. All right, so I have some stamps. So let's start with, usually they have a line in the middle. Let's do that. Let me grab. Nope, I want the chisel. So let's do the line first. There we go. We have a line. Let's need a tiny stamp. There's a stamp. And there should be some lines over here because there's always lines, you know, for the address. So let's do those. All right. Let's we're still working with the frayed burlap because that's all I have out right now. So we're just gonna give that some smoosh. This little stamp. All right. Put our stamp on. Okay. And then let's do we're going to do this. Get a block. Okay. Some stays on. Let me get my stamping piece out here because this doesn't have any give, you know? $94? Holy crap. Hi, Mari! So I have Happy Mail going out today. I have to go to the post office. So we're going to get that done. Okay. Clean that up a little bit. And I need let's see. Let's see. Stamp that on the second gen on this. See, yeah, see, it has to look like, you know, rubbed out a little bit. Let's see. I need an address on there. And let's see what else. Needs a little more love. Needs a little more love. Something to brighten it up a bit. Oh. Hi, Branson. All right. So, I'm just going to put a little glue under here because we all know how good washi tape sticks, right? Not at all. Let's see. We're going to do something with the flower. Okay, let's get. Let me see here. All right. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay, and
Come or not?
sometimes coloring something all the way is what you're looking for. Sometimes not so much. You know? Sometimes you just want a little bit of color.
Are you co-host?
That did not want to come off of there. So these are my glaze pens, which just means they're just going to stay kind of wet looking. But it also means that they are wet for just a little bit. Okay, there's our postcard. Hi, Christine. Hey, Steffi G. So there's our postcard. Okay, so that is dry. So now I can write on the back. Let me grab my regular pen. All right. Hashtag projects of 24 challenge. Week 31, I think. 31. All right, so that's our week 31 right there. Okay. I'll clean up all that other mess later. All right. So I did do some ephemera off camera. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of that. So with this one, I just added some rub-ons, and did a little inking. We have this little piece here that we did. And this one. And these. We did those. What else did I do here? We did this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we did all these off camera. So we're going to add those to the ones that we did as the demonstration pieces, which are these ones. So we're going to add those all in. Okay. And I did select some washi tape. I also made this little pocket. We're going to do this today too, because I want to do another one. So we're going to do one more of these today. So let me grab the thing. Okay. So we're going to do this one real quick and easy. You guys know how this one's done. This one we've done a dozen times. So we're just going to take a piece of book paper. In this case, it's a music sheet. I'm going to take some off the top on this one. We'll use that for something else. And I'm going to take some off the edge because I don't want it to be that wide. Okay. I'm just going to fold this up. Make sure that I match up my seams. There we go. And I want this to get lined, most of it anyway. So I have this piece of paper here. Oh, there it is. I didn't have my bone folder, but I do. Okay. Doesn't need to be perfect because it's an inside piece. And then I'm just going to glue this in here. And that's just going to add some, thickness to that. Here, Amy in the kitchen. So there's probably biscuits and gravy coming up. Biscuits and gravy. It doesn't need to go down all the way. As a matter of fact, you could just do like half of it if you wanted to. You guys know. Alrighty. I'll put this away for a second. Okay. And then fold this down. Do that. Down. Okie dokie. All right, now I'm going to have pull. There and there. Thank you, Miss Maury. All right, now inking. I'm going to ink a little bit on this back piece. Ink that. That's going to get some ink. This edge is going to get some ink. 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 Ink the fold. Ink across the bottom. And a little more ink up here. Okay. Now I'm going to glue the sucker together. All right. And that gives us 3 pockets. Now, if we want to glue this down, like on these 3 sides, we could have another pocket over here on the page. If we wanted to glue these 3, we could have another pocket back here. Doesn't matter either way. But I think we're going to glue this one probably this way on a page. So we'll do something with a tab over here. All right, so now we have this, and we need to decorate. I did pull some washi tape for this. I know we didn't use any washi in the smaller version, but I wanted to use some washi on this one. So I have 3 thin ones that are very muted, and I have 2 that are, I don't know that I'm going to use this one, but this one I think goes really well with the flowers that we have. So we're going to be using this one. Put a little ink on that. The great thing about this particular pocket is there's no measurements here, just do what you want to do. And I took some of the pieces that we had and I ran them through the mini Xyron. but I didn't cut them because I want to be able to, like, if I want to be able to fussy cut that out, you know? Now, I did forget to ink these beforehand, but that's not that big of a problem because you just fold the backing paper back a little bit and expose the edge, and then you can go ahead and do this. There we go. Let me grab my rub-ons. And I'm just going to take one of these. And put it right there. I still don't know where the ball went. Still missing the ball. I'll find it. It's got to be around here someplace, right? Okay. Hi, Rudy. All right, now. So now we have that. So we're working our way through ephemera for this. But what I wanted to do today, now that we've got that done, is that I want to quickly take some measurements and kind of get an idea of what we're going to be doing with the file folders. So here, of course, is our base. One side of this is going to be like 2 single signatures. I don't know which side yet. Maybe this side. And then the other side is going to be our fold out. So we're looking at a 1-inch piece here, I believe. Not an inch. It's not an inch. It is an inch. So we're going to go slightly smaller than that. Like, I want to say probably 3/4 of an inch and then a 1/2 inch. So we'll have a double insert for this one. So sort of along what we did. So I'm going to grab my file folders. So we need a 3/4 of an inch and then a 1/2 inch. And this is just a hair over 9.5. So we're going to go like 9 inches on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down to 9 inches first. Oh, where's my metal ruler? Here it is. All right. So we have 9 inches. And then our width is about 6 1/4. So we'll go probably about 5 3/4 on the insert. So that would be 11 1/2. So let's go. For this first one, we want like 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to grab my scoreboard. And I'm going to use what's here, you know. So I'm going to come out 3/4 of an inch, which is right pretty much on that outside piece. Grab my bone folder, put that in there. All right. So that's 3/4 of an inch. And then we said 5 3/4 across. So I'm going to cut each of these at 5 3/4. Let me go this way. So if I go at 5 3/4, if I leave this, I could just, and then pull this in. So let's do that because that would be very helpful. All right, so 5 3/4 from that line. And these are thick, that's why I'm doing it on both sides. See, now we'll bring that in. That'll be our pocket there. Perfect. And then we're going to cut this at 5 3/4 on this side. So from there, and 5 3/4. So that's the outside of our insert. Let's go ahead and take a test fit, make sure that it fits nicely and that we can close everything. So that's going to be right there. Yep, it's not going to interfere with anything. We've got plenty of room in there. So that's the first one. I'm not going to glue this down on these sides yet because we're still going to want to decorate this, you know. So now that's 3/4 of an inch. Now the next one that we're going to make is going to be 1/2 an inch here. So we're going to get another file folder. And we're going to cut this one at 9 inches as well. And then this one we're going to do just at the 5 3/4 after we put in our 1/2 inch. Okay, 1/2 inch. Turn that over. Inch. Which on these big files is 2 of the pre scored spots. And then let me get this all lined up. There. All right. All right, 5 3/4 from there. On the bottom. And then 5 3/4 on this one as well. Again, from the fold. And I'm keeping all of these because those are good for things. Things. So there's that one. And let's go ahead and slide that one inside of this one. To make sure that we have everything the way we want it. Nothing sticks out anywhere. Nice. All right, so that's going to be our insert. So we're going to have, don't know which direction this is going to go, but we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 flippy flappy things. We may glue this down. We may leave it as a flip out. Don't know. We may add some flip outs to this. Probably going to. Maybe some flip ups. I don't know. But that's our base. Hey, Jen. All right, so that's our base. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started kind of figuring out what we're going to do with this. And I'm thinking I'm going to be covering the seams, the spine with fabric. So I'm going to have to make some book cloth out of our fabric in order to do that. And we have some pieces that we, kind of made in advance that are going to go in here. I don't know if they're going in the journal part or in the flip part. I have no idea, but we are going to get started building some signatures. So let me grab some paper. The books that I'm using are 9 and a, just a hair over 9.5 by 6 1/4.
Mine are a different size.
Amy's are a different size. You can use any books you want as long as the books that you are using are the same height. They don't have to be the same width. You could use a big fat one on one side and a thin one on the other side as long as the height is the same for this. Okay. All right, let's get some Amy paper. Let's start with the obvious. Some coffee and tea dyed. I may not use all of it, but we'll get some out. All right, so that's some coffee and tea dyed stuff. That's the linen that she does for me. And colors. We grabbed this chunky stack of colored, and let's take a look at what we got here. This is that felt paper. I like that. So I think we're going to do some of that. I know.
What did I make?
Aquamarine.
Oh, that sounds right. Done everything on the planet on brain.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to do some apple green for this. I think falling leaves is too fall and not spring enough, so we won't use that one.
Maybe we'll put pineapple.
Let's see. We'll do that, and then let's take a look at what we've got in assorted other pieces. Everybody saying hi to Amy.
Sorry, I'm not all the way awake yet. I'm trying to make breakfast.
Okay, let's see. We have this. That's cute. Let's see. These are fall. That and that. Ooh. Maybe put a piece of that in.
Now time for the creative portion.
A couple of pieces of dot matrix.
Oh, you're fine. 2 minutes before I got to this meeting.
I have this beautiful stuff. Let's see.
You're touching them with all the ink.
Here's a card. We might use a couple of those. So let's get a couple of those out. And then let's go into the drawer and see what we've got down here in the undyed fun stuff. Ooh, I haven't used any of this. Handmade paper. Not colored, but gorgeous nonetheless.
Handmade papers are tough if I'm dying.
Maybe we'll do a piece of that. No, it's too white.
It's too white.
I'm gonna have to get Amy to throw it in the dye vat. Or I could do it myself. I could be not lazy and do it myself.
Hey there.
Ooh. I don't know.
Yep. No, I'm not even clocked in yet. I'm just starting to get there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's my alarm.
No.
So I'm going to warn you about a couple things first. Well, let me clock in.
Okay, let's see. We have this. We can put that in there. And let's see. Some yellow ledger. That definitely has to go in, I think.
Could you
No.
guys do this in a meeting? Yes. Is that how we're doing
Ooh, I
this?
have some of this tea-dyed marble.
All
All right, let's make some signatures.
Right.
So this is kind of the process, you know. I just grab a whole bunch of stuff and then we just kind of
See what feels
Sure.
right.
see what works, you know.
Okay.
So let me-
Well, I mean, we're supposed to be in meeting for this endeavor.
I'm not sure.
I don't
I'm
know.
supposed to be. Maybe I think you're supposed to be, but I don't think I am because we
Well,
kind of see
yeah.
some of the calls that we get.
okay.
Yeah, no, I get that. I was just trying to make sure I'm the right ox for this.
So we need
or
this to
whatever, you know?
be
All right, so Joseph,
5
good
and
to meet you.
3/4 across.
I've been doing this for about 17 years. I'm very familiar with a lot of the things you do. I helped Jenkins get up there
Nice.
when he was endeavoring to get up there. So he and I have worked hand in hand in numerous occasions as far as.
So I'm going to
home
cut this at
service
5
and
and
so on so forth.
3/4.
The only things I really have any issues with are like calyx. I hate those. You know, calyx, I just don't like the way it's laid out. I get lost. You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
so we got that wide enough.
And
then we'll cut this at-
I have not really had the opportunity to pick and choose tickets. I have come on earlier today to peruse your queue.
8 and 3/4. Our book is 9 inches tall, so we're going to go 8 and
Figured
3/4.
just if you and I go through whatever it is you got and show me, and I'm
gonna keep that.
That's
a good piece.
How's that?
Okay, so that's
Yeah, that
2.
works, man.
Yeah.
I got this right now. Dark
Two.
fiber. Shouldn't take too long. I just gotta get.
That'll
fiber.
be
But again, dark fiber. is nothing we can
okay.
check.
I'm thinking we're going to
Take this in, I'll get it to them, and if you have any
pull this back a little
things that
though.
you found, we can take a look at it together.
All right, sure.
Let me just pull that back a little bit.
So all you do is create a Uno ticket like any other HD ticket, same thing?
Yeah, so since we have no visibility, we had a new.
There we go.
Come out telling us that
And then
whenever dark
this.
fiber is opened with us by our customer, we are
That's going to be
supposed
wide
no
enough.
matter what, reach out
Let me
to
find my bone folder. Boney. There he is.
you know, even if they have OTDs, OTDRs,
Yeah.
even if they don't, no matter the customer, we just create that email, then we send it to the fiber team. As long as we have the A and Z side of the search.
So this stuff is really thick.
So yeah, that's pretty
So
much
have to be a little
it.
bit careful
Most of the time,
using
it's
it
the older
because it is so thick.
granite.
So we may only use one piece.
Yeah.
So then we'll do these in half.
That sucks
Yeah,
right now.
horribly. I mean, granted, and I'll give you this, it has gotten slightly better since rollout.
Yeah, they've improved upon it, but yeah, it's still
It's
a little clunky.
yeah, exactly. No, I get it.
So
I'm there with you on that.
hovers in at work.
Yeah, we got.
And so we are not going to be able to finish this, but
Yeah, we just create the Uno, we just gotta fill in all the.
I will get all of these folded and first thing
here.
tomorrow.
Make sure we include all the
we
information
will,
that they need. For
you know.
these tickets, it's pretty much once you make one, they made a
we will get the signatures put
little
together.
bit for myself for these.
Okay.
So just sort of I know how to put everything in there, things like that.
Right now I'm just folding them. Tomorrow we'll actually put signatures together. So that's 1,
Yes.
Chapter 3.
Customer.
This
Look at the
one.
School district thing. Tucson.
Tucson Unified School District.
So how long you know Jake? You just said forever?
Oh, yeah, no, since he started. Man, I was in, I don't know if you remember back before they started IPC, Garth started up his own little team for IPC. Well before ECSC and all that.
Oh, no, I wasn't around for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, 17 years. I've been doing this mighty, mighty long time.
Okay, so yeah, you got a pretty good handle on this thing.
I pretty much know what you guys do. I mean, I'm quite familiar with what you're capable of, what you're not capable of.
So,
I don't know if you've ever seen any of my tickets come through, but I try to be as thorough and as informative as possible. You know?
Yeah, I've seen your name sounds familiar. Yeah, nothing bad to say, man. I don't think I feel that any. I haven't done any feedback they got or
All right.
anything like that. So.
Well, I appreciate that. You
so
know?
let's do the
I
outro
really
thing.
have a lot more
So,
turnover than us, though.
If you're new here and you haven't done it, and you're lurking, or you're just hanging out, but you want to see what I make out of this mess,
Well, at least it's not like tier 1, which is much worse.
go ahead and subscribe.
Man,
You know,
Yeah.
doesn't hurt. Makes a fat lady happy, what can I say? Check out the community tab here on the YouTube channel, or scoot on over to the Facebook group.
Oh, okay.
There's a link in the description box below. Oh,
He
that's
went
that
into
felt
Resi
paper,
and he's
gorgeous.
working up on the ATS. So
Join us if you were here at the beginning. You saw me make this week's ATC, which for this week was postcard. So, if you'd like to join us on the challenge, there is a link for the list of what we're doing. You can jump in at any time. You can go back to the beginning if you want, whatever you want to do. Pick and choose as you go along. We just ask that when you post it in the group, you put the number of what week it is so that we know what we're looking at, so that, we don't think you're doing flowers when you're
yeah,
doing something else. Okay?
Yeah, no, I
Let's see,
heard
what
down
else?
from Not High that
I
we're
think
writing them
that's
up and sending them out, not
pretty
holding
much
them
it.
in, for OTDRs. Just roll it.
Yep.
What?
See if
Yeah, that'll do it.
we get a call.
So I will see you guys tomorrow, where we will get the signatures put together. I may put one together today just to save some time, but we'll get some signatures put together because we're going to do 2 signatures in this book.
Well,
Probably not use all of this paper, but we're going to use some of it.
Where are you located?
Vegas.
And
Oh, okay. I guess so.
You're in Vegas as well.
we're probably going to get started. I'm going to do the book cloth for this. So we'll be covering these ends here and here. And I'm going to be covering those and then putting the paper over, as opposed to putting the paper down and then covering. So we have a lot to do.
All right, then.
That's
So
going to
we'll
be the gist of it. So until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay inside, stay cool, and above all, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye. Hey, we get to call ourselves fatties.
All right, hang on. I almost got
Bye-bye, guys.
It's Bagnasco. EAGNAS